For years, Canada has been able to provide clean water to its inhabitants thanks to the abundance of its freshwater sources. Canada owns about 20% of the world's freshwater sources, and about 7% of those sources are renewable. However, as our country continues to welcome immigrants and the population continues to grow, these freshwater sources will not be able to sufficiently provide enough potable water to meet everyone's needs. By putting our freshwater sources under too much stress, we can cause severe negative impacts on our aquatic ecosystems and sometimes run them completely dry. But how will we get clean, usable water for all? Now you may be thinking, Canada is surrounded by oceans. Why can't we just take water from there? This is because 97.5% of all water on Earth is salt water, which is pretty much the same as unusable water. This is where we come in. By creating Canada's first ever saltwater desalination plant, we can change salt water into clean, usable water. The process is quite simple. First, salt water is sucked in through a vacuum called an open ocean intake. The water will then be put through a chemical process called reverse osmosis and will be split into heavily concentrated water, which is just very salty water, and fresh water. The fresh water will be stored and sent off to nearby homes, businesses, and communities, while the brine is thrown back into the cycle until fresh water can no longer be extracted. We will begin this project by first researching into the area of Fort Albany to find the ideal location for a desalination plant. The ideal location must satisfy 3 criteria. 1. Must be far enough away from communities to not disturb their daily lives. 2. The area must be low in natural vegetation to limit the amount of what needs to be removed. 3. The location where salt water will be sucked in must be in an area of low marine life activity. Once the ideal location is found, we will begin the construction of the plant. Construction will take just over a year to complete. Once construction is complete, we will conduct a test run of the plant. It is just to see if there are any problems with the plant that need repairing. If there were any problems, they'll be dealt with, and then we will conduct a second test run. This process will be repeated until the plant is fully functional, and that is when we officially open the first saltwater desalination plant in Canada. This plant will be providing water to nearby First Nations reserves along the Hudson's Bay. This desalination plant will be like no other since we'll be implementing environmentally safe technology on the plant. So not only will we be producing fresh water from salt water for the first time in Canadian history, we will also be protecting the environment and setting an example for other projects to come that it is possible to be able to benefit both us and the Earth. Also, this project will be creating jobs, improving our economy, and providing comfort, knowing that we will have a reliable source of water. So please, walk with us as we prepare for the future. JMC Engineering, here to bring a sustainable future.